Hi, I'm Nathan Shute, founder and CEO of Kensa AI. We're digitizing and inspecting the world's critical infrastructure. So let's talk about infrastructure. Our bridges, buildings, dams, roads, and ports. $8 trillion is spent on infrastructure globally each year, and about 25% of that goes towards inspections and maintenance. And you know what? It's not enough. Undeniably, our infrastructure is in bad shape. It's the backbone of society, and the way we inspect it is fundamentally flawed. Typically, large structures like bridges and dams are inspected by climbers on ropes or bucket trucks. It's a process that's slow, expensive, and dangerous. Each structure needs to be inspected once every 2 years at a cost that ranges between $5,000 to $100,000 or more, depending on its size. The inspection is done manually, usually by someone hanging off the side of the structure, who's identifying defects with the naked eye, taking measurements by hand, and critical findings are stored in low-resolution PDFs or legacy databases, sometimes forgotten about until the next inspection 2 years later. As you can imagine, accidents sometimes happen with disastrous consequences. These are some examples of recent bridge failures in Italy, the US, and Taiwan. But this problem is not just limited to bridges. We're seeing it across almost every type of infrastructure that we build. Some new approaches are trying to tackle this problem, from drones to crawler robots, but essentially they're just new ways of taking pictures. They don't solve the core issue, which is that the analysis is still manual. Someone has to look through all of that footage, interpret the data, usually go back out to the site and climb it to get measurements. And ultimately, we're not getting better at this as a society. We're Kensa AI, and we're going to solve this problem. We've built a new type of software that enables automated visual inspections with AI. Here's how it works. A customer or partner goes out and visits a site and flies a drone or uses a camera to take thousands of photos of a structure from all different angles. Those images are then uploaded to Kensa AI, where they're processed and stitched together into a 3D digital twin of the asset. This enables an interactive inspection experience where you can take measurements and get everything you need. AI models and human inspectors then review the photos, tag damage, generate reports, and ultimately can track changes over time. Our AI is currently best in class in the industry, and it's only getting better the more it's used. We have defects active for cracking, exposed rebar, and spalling, and more coming online in the next 2 months. Soon, we'll have covered all the major defect types for concrete and steel. Our team is comprised of industry veterans in this space. The three of us have previously been running a startup called Prenav, building an automated drone for inspections. We know how to solve this problem. Our customers are some of the largest owners and builders of infrastructure around the world and include BNSF Railway, Lockheed Martin, IHI Corporation, and a telecommunications customer. To date, we've digitized and inspected 130 structures, and we're only just cracking the surface. BNSF Railway alone owns 13,000 railroad bridges, and half of those need to be inspected each year. We've done 20 of them so far in 2021, and we make an average of $4,000 per bridge. That's up to 10 times cheaper than climbers for some of their larger structures, like this bridge on the slide. If we extrapolate that value of $4,000 per bridge to the entire inventory of BNSF, they could easily be a $7.5 million account for us, and that's just one customer. Our business model is software as a service. We charge an annual subscription fee based on the number of structures to be inspected and hosted on our platform. The average cost per structure comes out to around $500 to $5,000, again, depending on its size and complexity. Kensa AI is growing rapidly, and we're on pace for $800,000 in revenue in 2021, and Q4 is shaping up to be our best quarter yet. In terms of the market, we're targeting 3 distinct segments: private asset owners, governments and municipalities, and commercial residential. We have active customers or pilots in place in each, which you can see in blue on this slide. And collectively, we count 400 million structures that could be digitized and inspected with our tools. That leads to a TAM of $30 billion in the US and $100 billion globally. No question, in the coming years, drones plus digitization and AI will become the primary means of inspecting critical infrastructure. And while there are many companies building and flying drones and designing new crawler robots, Kensa AI is positioning itself to be the most trusted, most accurate, and most automated way of processing all of this data, ultimately keeping our infrastructure safe. We believe this is an opportunity that is equally as lucrative as it is important. I'm Nate at Kensa AI. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to speaking with you.